7 p.m. on a Monday. This Monday, not last. Listen, let's not bring up old stuff. It's 7 p.m. on a Monday. This Monday, we are here. We are live. We are in full effect. And I just got my Facebook notification. Joel Williams is now live with the Academy Sports Show. Now I just got my YouTube notification. The Academy Sports Show is now live. And if you, my friend, have not received your notification, that means you have not clicked the bell. You need to go to YouTube. You need to find our faces, search our faces, the Academy Sports Show, hit the subscribe button. But most importantly, you need to trigger that bell. That way you get a notification every time we go live. I got mine. Did you get yours? If not, shame on you. But we'll forgive you if you do it. All right, here we go. We are live and in full effect. It is Academy Sports Show. It's your sports show's favorite sports show. And we have a whopper for you today. Yes, we missed last week because you know what? Life be lifing. That's a bell. That's a bell-worthy phrase. Life be lifing. You understand me? So don't act like you ain't never missed an appearance every once in a while because life be lifing. But it's all good. We are here for you. So please open up the doors so the congregation can flood the pews of the church that is the Academy Sports Show. We got a great show for you as always. Make sure you follow us on all our modes of social media. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and the YouTube. And without further ado, if he's not busy, the man, myth, the legend himself, Mr. Joe Williams.
Man, what's good, everybody? Man, welcome to the show. We appreciate everybody joining us. Hey, Mama. Stu, what's up, brother? We see y'all in the building. We thank everybody for joining us, man. Make sure y'all share the feed. Make sure you let somebody know. Make sure you let somebody know that they are welcome here and that we are ready to go. Kobe, what's up, man? We got a great show. We got a great show for you guys tonight. We got NBA talk. A lot is going on in the association. At the beginning of the season, man, we made some predictions. We're going to talk about those predictions. Plus, things have changed around the league. As we talked about last show, we got new players, new faces in different places, and those teams are now back to playing after the All-Star break. We got to get into it a little bit, dig in, talk about what we see is happening and what we think is going to happen. Plus, don't forget, man, NFL free agency is coming back up. Even though the season is over, thankfully, the football guys are smiling down upon us. We've got some stirring with NFL free agency coming up. In the last few years, free agency has been crazy. It probably will be again this year. Then that leads us up into the NFL draft, which you always don't want to miss our draft show, our live draft show that we do every season. That's always a classic, especially, I can start advertising this now, when it comes down to who the Lions are going to pick. And it's early this year. So you want to see some fandom? You want to see some passion? This is the guy to watch the draft show with. You got to watch it with us. So it leads us up to the draft. So we're going to talk a little bit of NFL free agency. A Rod, where do we think he's going or what should he do? We'll give you our thoughts on that. Man, we got what the meme. We got NBA trivia. A little trivia about the NBA, about the All-Star game as we've exited the All-Star weekend and come into the second half of the season. Got a little trivia. So, without further ado, we appreciate y'all tonight. Join us tonight on the Academy Sports Show live.
Yeah, buddy. Let me put this thing on so everybody can see it. Listen, we took a week off, okay? Jeez, gotta work the kinks out again. Give us a break. Window trivia. Bang! What's good, y'all? What's good, y'all? What's good, y'all? Make sure y'all share, man. Let's get everybody up in here. Let them know. We're sorry about last week. Life be life. But we're here this week. Let's get it in.
Yeah, man. Life, definitely life. I was out of town. That's what happened last week. I was out of town. 7-on-7 tournament with the Sun in Tennessee. So, yes, life be life.
Young man did his thing.
He did his thing.
So here we go. Trivia night, as always, kicks off the show. Trivia is as followed. One of us reads a trivia question to the other person. If the host, either one or the one that's reading it to it, if the other host gets it correct, we get that point. But if you, the field, the family that is in the chat, get the answer correctly before we get it out, you get the point. Okay. As of right now, yeah, y'all winning. That's cool. It's 8-5, but we playing first to 50, so you never know. So let's get it cracking, man. I am ready for the trivia question, sir.
All right. It is your trivia question tonight, sir. This is NBA All-Star Trivia. One question. We're going back. We just diving back in. We just go jump in and get it going. Hey, man, Stu, if we had got to the championship game, that would have been a good chance. The chance that happened, but he definitely was. He stood up. He stood up for his team, man. He played well for the team. All right. You got to be quick on this, Dre, because this is a true-false question.
Okay.
So you just got to commit.
Just got to commit.
All right? Just got to commit. All right. The field, get ready. Dre, get ready. So true or false, you got to commit. Whoever answers first, so get your typing ready. Here we go. True or false? LeBron James has been an all-star every season that he's been in the league. True or false?
False.
That's your final answer.
That's my final answer.
All right, you have committed an answer. I will allow for the field to give their answer. Let's see what we get. And then we will reveal. You committed quickly too, boy. You committed real quick. That's good. Let's see. So true. The question is true or false? LeBron James has been an all-star every season that he's been in the league. All right, we have an answer from the field. We have an opposing answer. Stu has responded with true. Dre, you have responded with false. Dre, you are correct. The answer is false. LeBron James was not an all-star in his first season in the league. He didn't become an all-star until his second season in the league, and he's been an all-star ever since. Ooh, even Kobe said true. Nice. So, the host, get a dub this week. Congratulations, Dre. Great job. Way to come through for us. Puts us back in contention. We're making a comeback. Only down two.
Making a comeback. I like this true false stuff. Let's keep it going.
So we are in 8-6. The field is still up by 2. We will see you next week on Trivia Night.
Love it.
We will have our next question.
Gotta love it. I'm pumped now. Let's get it going. All right. So right after Trivia Night is always what the meme. What the meme is the things that we find on the internet that have you putting together teams A, B, and C, pick the best out of this. What would happen if these, or all those kind of things that you see scrolling through your phone when you're on social media. So we just play it with the audience. So let's get it cracking. Let's see what the first one's up. Who is the GOAT college team? This is for you, sir. I thought you would like this question. Who is the GOAT college team? Some of the suggestions are 2001 Miami, 1995 Nebraska, 2019 LSU, or whoever you may feel.
Look at Stu trying to get back in. Technically, he had the votes, but the league was doing the rookie sophomore. Hey, that is what it is, Stu. He's going 95 Nebraska. Nice, Stu. Nice. Yeah, so this one is an easy one for me. I remember that 95 Nebraska team. That 95 Nebraska team was sick. I remember that 2019 LSU team because it's just a couple years ago. But that 2001 Miami team, that 2001 Miami team was that deal, sir. That 2001 Miami Hurricane football team was woo. I'm gonna go 2001 Miami Hurricanes for sure. Okay, for sure. They beat Nebraska in the Rose Bowl that year, 37-14. They went 12-0 in both the coaches poll and the AP. Finished number 1 in both polls. They beat the likes of teams like Penn State, Florida State. At that time, they beat number 15 Syracuse, number 11 Washington, number 14 VTech, and number 4 Nebraska, all in those 4 games in a row. And I'm just going to be honest with you. Some people say that this team is one of the greatest ever because this team ended up with a number of players in the NFL draft. A number of players in the NFL draft.
Yeah.
17 were drafted in the first round.
There's a Green Bay Packer rusher in there too, isn't there? Amon Green out of that.
Amon Green was he running? Willis McGay, he played running back on that team.
Oh, I'm talking about the Nebraska team.
Oh yes, on that Nebraska team, yes.
Oh yeah, but the 2001 team. Oh yeah, that was. Oh yeah.
Yeah, this 2001 Hurricanes team.
Oh yeah,
had
Hall of Famers.
Yes, 17 players from the 01 team were drafted in the first round in the NFL draft. 5 in the 2002 draft, 4 in the 03 draft, 6 in the 04 draft, 1 in the 05 draft, and 1 in the 06 draft. 38 people on this team. 38.
That's pretty great.
38. Oh, Tommy Frazier just scored again. Hey, that team was sick. I ain't gonna hold you up. That 95 Nebraska team was nasty. But for me, it's the 01 Miami Hurricanes team. What's up, Pops? Cleveland. Kobe said the 97 Wolverines. Unfortunately, they don't compare to me. I was there. Well, I mean, we were there in person, Kobe. That team was excellent, but they don't compare to, come on, man. That's our fandom. They don't compare to that 01 Miami team. Could they have played with that 95 Nebraska team, maybe? But that 01 Miami team was just sick. Let me just read. I'm just going to read some of the names real quick on that team, and then we'll move on. That team offense, right? Willis McGahee, Najee Davenport, Andre Johnson, Ken Dorsey, Clinton Portis, Frank Gore, let's see, Vernon Carey. These are all linemen. Let's see, Brian McKinney. I remember him. Kellen Winslow.
Crazy.
Roscoe Parrish, wide receiver. Jeremy Shockey. Defense, Antrell Roll. Mike Rumpf. DJ Williams. Ed Reed. Need we say more? Kelly Jennings. James Lewis. Sean Taylor was on that team. Philip Buchanan was on that team. Who else? Jonathan Vilma was on this team. Santonio Thomas. Vince Wilfork was on this team. Jerome McDougal was on this team. Man, I'm sorry, y'all. It was nasty.
It was nasty. Okay.
Yeah.
So Miami. Got some Nebraskas, got some the Miamis. No love for 2019 LSU.
No.
What about 04 USC?
Reggie Bush and them?
Yeah.
Great team.
Not goated though?
Not goated.
All right. Pops really wants this Cleveland. I don't think Cleveland had a goated team.
No, Cleveland didn't have a goated team. He keeps bringing up "Let's go Cleveland," but we could talk possible Cavs playoffs.
he Cleveland out. All right, next step. You can only have 3. You can only have 3. This is the red cherry version of every J going up to the 16.
Ooh-wee. Leonardo coming in the building with the Miami.
Miami is a popular favorite. Listen, I'm going 4, 5, 11, even though I love me some 12s. Actually, I gotta get off the 5. I'm going 4, 11, 13.
Ooh, wee. Ooh, bro. This is tough. 4. Woo. Yeah, I'm going 4. I'm 4 and 11. I'm with you. Ooh, I might have to go 13. Ooh, man. He's so crazy. I might have to go 13.
We the same?
I'm going 4 and 11. Ooh, them 5s are nice.
I was gonna say 5 because I got them right. I got the Raging Bulls upstairs. I can't pick a shoe that I ain't got, but that 13 is goated.
I'm gonna have to go with you. 4, 11, 13. 4, 11, 13. Woo! For those 4s for sure, the 11s for sure. Any 11s for me.
Yeah.
I'm in. The 13s, I got the blue and white ones. Yeah, 4, 11, 13.
4, 11, 13. Let us know in the chat. The 12s, I'm a 12 guy. The cherry 12s, don't do it for me.
I'm not a 12 guy. I've never been a 12 guy. None of the colors. Like
nothing, not even the fluke, not even the taxis, the black and white ones.
Nope.
Man, that's what made me like Jordans. That was my first Jordan that I idolized was the taxis. And then after that was the He Got Games, 13s.
Got you.
All right. Leonardo said, I'm not a sneakerhead person. I just want something.
All right, Leonardo. We appreciate you participating in
it. All right, next up. What order do you draft these quarterbacks?
Now that I know.
Now that you've seen them. What order do you draft these quarterbacks now?
Now that I've seen them in action. Now that I've seen them in action, I'm going to draft them in the order that they're listed, sir. I'm going to draft them in the order that they're listed. Lamar is still electric. Lamar is still virtually unstoppable. They definitely, the league is, the defensive coordinators have definitely figured out something about him, right? Like the league is hard for a reason because it's the league, right? So you give a D coordinator some time, everybody's fast, everybody can hit, everybody can run. There's an element of where we can stop you at some point.
Mm-hmm.
But just, I mean, when he's playing and when he's on his game, they are dang near unstoppable.
They are unstoppable. This dude threw 4 interceptions in the game and they still won.
They still won the game. So if Perry was here, he would be proud of me because I'm not gonna hate on Lamar Jackson here. And I'm actually gonna go Perry. I'm not Perry. I'm gonna go Jackson, Burrow, Murray, Prescott. To me, like Burrow, I gotta respect because of what he just did. When he came into the league, though, he was on fire. Then he got hurt. You just kind of knew he had the it. Murray surprised me a little bit because I thought he was going to suffer a little bit because of height, but he's electric too. Like his ability to throw and run are right up there with Lamar Jackson. And then Dak's listen. I'm gonna give Dak his respect and say Dak is a good quarterback. Like my man's throwing for yards. Statistically, Dak is doing his thing. Dak gets the knock in this list because the problem is he played for the Cowboys.
Problem is he plays for the Cowboys.
The problem is he plays for the Cowboys. So unfortunately, like I mean, I could put him in front of Kyler, I think, but for me, it's definitely Lamar, Joe, and then Kyler and Dak are interchangeable. But I like the order it's in, though.
I'm gonna go Joe 1.
Really, over Lamar?
I'm gonna go Joe 1
How you doing that?
because I think he won't lose me a football game.
Okay. I see what you did there.
I feel like Lamar could lose me a game potentially. As much potential as he has to win a game, I feel like Joe has less potential to lose me a game.
Got you.
And so I'm gonna go Joe first. Then I'm gonna go Lamar because Lamar is head and shoulders better than Kyler and Dak. So it's kind of like a 1A, 1B thing right now. But if this is my draft order, I got to go Joe 1, Lamar 2. Kyler.
Go ahead.
Kyler has strong first halves.
That's true.
Those first 7 to 8 games, he's electric. And then it's like, boom.
That's true.
And we really haven't seen Dak really put it all together yet. So these guys are kind of, like you said, like they can go either way.
Yeah.
I mean, I give Dak his props.
Joe. That's interesting.
No, I'm gonna go Kyler. So I'm gonna go Joe, Lamar, Kyler, Dak.
Okay, that's good. I mean, it's a good stand up for Joe first. Like he's not gonna lose you a game. We haven't seen that yet. Like we haven't seen him throw 3-4 interception games. To kind of see how that plays out. Leonardo says Burrow, Prescott, Lamar, Murray. Leonardo, I'd like to hear your 2 cents on that one because
he said he don't like them running boys.
You got Lamar. I don't know. It seems like Lamar can't go any lower than 2 here. Stu said give Lamar real number 1. He's unstoppable. Yeah, it'd be interesting if they ever got him a receiver. But I don't know. I still would question Stu, like, can he throw it to that receiver though? Because if you're putting the ball in his hands and say go win a game with your arm, I like my chances if I'm the defense. Kobe said it's in the correct order. Maybe you could switch B and C. Okay, so switching Burrow and Murray. I'd like to hear the thought behind that.
Mm-hmm.
I agree, Stu. I think Dak should go somewhere else. I really do. I don't know.
He ain't.
He won't. I think he should. He won't though. Why would you? There's nobody pushing you out of there. Make that money.
I mean, they had the same thing with Tony Romo, right? The guy that the job he took. Hella stats, no big wins.
Never win the big game.
Yeah. So I mean, he's on that same projection right now, unfortunately.
And I'm sorry, y'all. I love watching the Cowboys be America's team, but not really. I really do. Kobe, you live down there in Texas now. I love the banter between the Cowboys and Stephen A. Smith. And if you're a Country Wayne fan, I love to watch him go through it too. Like it is hilarious to me.
Hilarious. Free money and endorsements. Hey, just get your bag, young man. Get your bag.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I want to go back. Stu said 14, 9, and 11. 9s?
Woo! Them 9s was allowed. I remember when those came out, people was wearing because the popular ones of those was the Carolina Blue ones.
Yeah, the UNC Blues just came out in the 6s, and those kind of look hard. But the 9s,
the 9s, boy, woo!
That's a lot of patent leather.
That's a lot of patent leather.
See, I'm not mad at the 14s, but you just gotta be a person that really like 14s.
Yeah, 14s, 15s, and 16s I never liked. Like I was stuck on 13. Once we got to 14, I was like, ooh.
Yeah, but the 9s, I ain't mad at it. If you rock them right, I'm cool with it. All right. And then I think that's it. So let's get into the show. I was hoping Perry would be in here to see Aaron Rodgers in a Broncos uniform. Try to make his day today.
That might be as close as he ever gets.
But we're coming up on the franchise tag deadline. So the Packers have a decision to make or whether to franchise Devontae Adams or not, which they should regardless. But The thing after that is what to do with Devontae Adams. Will Aaron Rodgers say, "Hey, I want to be a Green Bay Packer," and for all reports are coming out and saying that the Packers have put a substantial offer in the lap of Aaron Rodgers that will shift the quarterback financial world as we know it. So that is the report coming out right now. So if you're talking about shift the quarterback world as we know it, and Patrick Mahomes just got $500 million, imagine what they're offering Aaron Rodgers right now to play into his mid 40s. Should and will are two different questions. Should Aaron Rodgers take the contract, be a Packer for life, or should he go elsewhere? The Titans have put an offer in. The Steelers have inquired, and the Denver Broncos are pushing all their chips all the way in to get this bad man. We're just waiting on what Aaron does. What do you think will happen, and what should he do?
Which one first?
What do you think will happen?
I think Aaron Rodgers, when it's all said and done, will remain in Green Bay. Everybody should RELAX. Relax. Yes, sir. I think he's going to remain a Packer. I think if you look back over the year, you could have said you would not have trusted that. You would have said, this don't look good. Everything was out there for him to leave.
Mm-hmm.
They have another great season. They fall short to his kryptonite, which seems to be Garoppolo and the 49ers.
Yep.
And then you look at kind of the way it happened, like just the season played out. It played out magically for him in regards to another MVP. He loves the guys in that locker room. The guys in that locker room love him. Look at all the moves that they have made. The tenor of the back and forth has settled. It's gotten quiet again. Now it's really what gets stirred by the media. I just think it's back to him being in Green Bay. I think he'll stay. That's what I think will happen.
Okay. What do you think he should do?
I think he should stay in Green Bay. If all of this is true, okay, so what you read is exactly what you said. What I read today was Denver is the one team that says that they are willing to come after him with everything. Whatever that offer is, they may be able to match. They are willing to go all in. I heard that there's been some confirmation, some not confirmation that the Steelers have inquired. Of course, the Titans are always looking, but come on, we know that's just a superimposed image on Ryan Tannehill, who I believe they just re-signed.
Man, they can flip him.
They can flip him. Definitely, he would be a part of a trade. And the GM for Green Bay came out today and also came out over the weekend and said there have been 0 trade offers, which I don't know about that one.
No, I don't believe that.
But if this is my picture and I'm A-Rod and this is my picture and I know I'm playing, I can do a Tom Brady, right? I could play another 3, 4, 5 years. I could play till I'm 42, 43, 44 years old. Hey, man, the best option you have, the best way to another Super Bowl for you is by way of Green Bay, especially if they franchise Devontae and they work something out, which they probably will. The best way there is to keep running it back, man. Until you got, if y'all keep running it back like with this squad and just keep making the little minor improvements, there's a Super Bowl win coming somewhere along the way here. I mean, just it takes a lot of luck and a lot of things that go your way to win a Super Bowl, obviously. But Green Bay. If these are my 4 options to me, he should stay in Green Bay because this is where he should be.
Okay. All right. What they saying?
All right, so we got Kobe said, man, I love the Cowboys. I love how bad the Cowboys are. I can't be a Barry fan and a Smith fan. Bump them fools. Leonardo says, stay in Green Bay. Kobe says, I hope he stays. He'll never win in Green Bay. That's the Lion hater talking to him. Stu says, I think he'll stay. I want him to go to Denver and show he's not as good as he's advertised. Ooh, Stu, what is that are you a Detroit hater too? Because since when is A-Rod not as good as he's advertised? But okay. Dennis says, some fellas, Rodgers will stay if he can keep his wide receiver as well. Denver will have to give up too much, right? Denver's gonna have to give up a lot. But the way they're talking is that they are willing to give up everything. They might give the little mascot on the Bronco away too.
Like they need an answer soon though, like because the combine is over. You don't you got to know how you're gonna draft. If you're gonna take away all my assets so I can bring you in, so he need to say something soon.
Yeah.
Then it says, as much as I want him out of the NFC North, he's gonna stay, sir. I want him out as well. So it's a bunch of stays.
Pop says stay. Green Bay needs to upgrade the QB position. You talking crazy?
I wish we had a.
You get a bell. You get a We little troll me something to go across the screen. Yeah. Troll alert! Troll alert!
Oh my god!
You Lions fans, boy, I love y'all, man. Y'all keep it 100.
Listen, and DC said it as a Lions fan. What I need to happen is for him to leave. And him to go anywhere but here. Get out. But for him, it does make sense to stay in Green Bay. You got Devontae there. He's your number one option. You got now you had your little power play. Now you got a voice in the GM room a little bit. They're gonna keep what's my man that they traded away and came back for you, Randall Cobb.
Oh yeah.
Like you feeling yourself, you get your flex. They are appeasing you. Okay. Now they're giving you this mega deal that they're saying, okay, now here it is. Now go try to get us another championship. Please, God. No more Tom Brady. Tom Brady's out of your way now. The NFC is wide open. San Francisco is not going to be the same team. No more Garoppolo. Who's they going to face? Who knows? But NFC's wide open. Why go to the AFC? All 3 of these teams are AFC teams. Why do you want to go against Josh Allen? Why do you want to go against Patrick Mahomes? Why do you want to go against these AFC teams?
Why do you want to go out west against Mahomes and my man from
Herbert
and Justin Herbert? Yeah.
So it does make more sense.
Keep owning.
Yep.
Chicago.
I think he should. I think he will stay in Green Bay. What he should do is retire. That's what he should do. He should retire.
Another Lions fan talking crazy.
He should retire. There should be a nice lengthy post thanking all the other people in his life for helping him get to this point, and he should retire and go host Jeopardy or something like that. You had a great career, Aaron Rodgers. We appreciate your time. You should go out with Tom Brady. Y'all should both be in the Hall of Fame in the same year. That'll be one of the best Hall of Fame classes of all time. Retire.
Yeah, you wishing, ain't you?
Retire.
Sir. Oh, man. Stu said Rodgers just isn't as good as he plays the Lions, Bears, and Packers twice a year. That's 5 to 6 wins. Sir. Stop.
I mean, it is cherry picking.
Get your boy. Get your boy. Get your boy. Do we have to go back and say, hey, did you watch that Arizona game with no receivers? Just wondering. Okay. If he goes to Denver, he'll be in another Stafford situation when he was in Detroit. Yeah. See, to me, if he goes to Denver, you go to what? Then it's just you and the offensive line. I mean, who you throwing it to, because somebody in that receiver room is coming to Green Bay.
I mean, they got nice young receivers.
Yeah, they got a nice young core over there.
But nobody on Devontae Adams' caliber.
No. Man, y'all some haters. He's trying to win another chip. The real question is it about the money to stay on the highest pay or the rings?
He's a narcissist, bro. You gotta admit that.
I think he is a narcissist, but I think he wants rings, though. I never think he wants rings. He's already had the money. Do you really want to, you think he wants to go down bragging that he was the highest paid quarterback, or he wants to go down with more than one ring? I think he feels like he's got to validate himself, because some people like Stu do hate on him for only having one ring.
He's I don't know. He's one of those. He's a weird dude.
Yes, he's different.
He's a different guy. He's a jackass. So
hater.
I don't think that's a stretch. I think
his teammates don't say that.
You're not supposed to, as his teammate. Not supposed to say your teammate's a jackass.
I think people just don't like his melancholy, like just straightforwardness.
No,
his level of intelligence comes across as arrogance.
No, he's arrogant. He's a jerk. He got a stick up his butt, and he's always been that way.
Oh man,
he always thinks he's the smartest dude in the room. That's why
he generally is, though.
The executives don't like him.
Just because he's smarter than them. Sometimes you come across a savant.
Yeah, that's how I am at my job. So let me stop talking.
Oh man. See how Stu's hating, pointing out Eli has two. I mean, he does. He does have two. Stu, you met Aaron Rodgers?
But you can't say that it's definitely not lifting his resume with only having one Super Bowl ring, and you're supposed to be one of the most gifted quarterbacks of all time.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, that's the knock. That's the only knock, because now he's got back-to-back MVPs. So, it's like, that's all. What maybe he does this. How about this? Would you be happy if he wins another ring and then he retires? Because maybe that's all he needs.
I wouldn't be happy. Would I be happy? What kind of question is that to me? I don't want him to win nothing.
The fastest way out.
I want him to be exposed. I want him to go to a team and then they be 6-11. go to the Steelers and be 6-11 and suck it up. That's what I want him to do.
Any team he went to right now, he would make them 10 times better.
We'll never know because he won't do it.
Oh, now that's gonna be his knock. Oh, he never left his team. That's how y'all new guys try to do Jordan. Oh, we'll never know because he never left his team.
He quit too early.
God.
Yeah, you want to go there? We can go. We can get to that. I'm just saying. He said, "Oh, I met the jackass. He's a jackass."
That's what I want to know. What's the story behind that? Did he really meet him?
That's funny. All right, so we shall see. They're saying something should come down as early as Tuesday. Hopefully,
the free agency tag is at 4:00 tomorrow. So if he doesn't make a franchise tag, if he doesn't make a decision before 4:00 tomorrow, then he does like kind of wade into jackass world, because now you're holding your team hostage because they need to pretty much franchise Devontae. I
mean, I feel like they're gonna franchise him regardless. If they don't, then you're just letting them walk for nothing. But you franchise him, and then if you're coming back, then we can give him a long-term contract. If you're not coming back, then we can flip him. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta franchise him one way or another. But then after that, we need to know what we're doing. The draft is coming up. Which asset should we be looking for?
I don't think he's going to decide by 4:00 tomorrow, to be honest with you.
No, he's going to drag this out to close to draft time.
Packers stayed at our hotel, and this jackass was just as advertised, and as a lot of players didn't like him. I
Inside scoop, Stu Schefter.
What about it though? Like, What, Stu? Give us a lowdown on that. What happened that confirms this for you?
Man, you just can't look at his face and just know he a jerk.
No.
Just look at him.
No.
Just look at him.
No. That's
No,
not.
man.
Come on. That's ridiculous.
You can just look at somebody and know if they're a jerk.
He doesn't look like a jerk to me.
That's because he on your team. That's all. That's it.
This is classic. We love to hate this guy because he destroys our team every year.
I mean, he does, and we do, but he's still a jerk. I'm just saying that doesn't make him a good person.
All right.
He just lied this season and said he was.
He never did.
Immunized.
Never. He said he was. He never said he was immunized. He didn't say he was vaccinated.
Yeah, he created an inference and didn't correct it.
Hey, it's not his bad that the press ran with that.
Okay, all right. That's not what you were saying when that happened. Let's move on.
I wasn't pull the tape. I wasn't getting on him about it.
All right, so now we are in full-fledged NBA mode. There are only 20 or so games left in this NBA season. And I just wanted to take the time travel machine back to October 18th, 2021, where we put out our predictions on what we thought the NBA season would go like. And this is how it was. So let's see where we were right and let's see where we were wrong. First, the MVP race. You said you were taking the field versus Giannis. I said Giannis was going to win MVP this year. Right now, how's the MVP race looking for you?
Man, we've been texting back and forth about this last week. The MVP race is looking like John Morant versus everybody else right now. It's ridiculous. Like, I don't know if it's just a hype train or if it's because the highlights are getting so much social media buzz. But also, man, look at what he's doing. I mean, some of these plays this man is making. Like that night, he dunked on my man, threw in a one-handed fadeaway buzzer beater, and like all of that happened in one game. I was like, this is crazy. So to me right now, it's Ja versus everybody, man. This dude might be seriously trying to win that MVP and run away with it. I think they took a tough L last night, but he's got, I think, what they're 3 seed right now, 2 seed right now in the West. So they're balling. So it's definitely the field versus Giannis for me. I don't see Giannis actually being able to make a comeback into this race this year because you got Ja, you got Joel Embiid. So those two have been really the big names out there constantly. And Ja has been coming on strong, man. I'm interested to see, like, I'm really about to watch and see how this going to turn out.
Yeah, my MVP ballot is probably Embiid, Ja, DeRozan, Jokic, Giannis. That's probably what my ballot is.
Yep.
Embiid is having a great season, a completely healthy season. Seeing what he's doing now and playing with Harden is only going to boost his stats and wins moving forward. Ja has the Memphis Grizzlies positioned to be the number 2 seed in the West, and playing at a Derrick Rose MVP level. Jokic has the Nuggets still in the playoff mix without Murray all season and still putting up the same numbers he did when he won the MVP. DeMar DeRozan has the Bulls playing on high cylinders, and this dude is the mid-range assassin and absolutely destroying the league and deserves votes for MVP. And I said this before about the Bucks. I feel like the Bucks are just
coasting.
They just coasting, getting ready for the playoffs. They had a taste of what it's supposed to be like, and they just, they waiting for their time. So Giannis ain't putting up monster numbers, but he's still putting up Giannis numbers. So when we started the season, I really thought Giannis was going to push for another MVP, but I think they're playing it the smart way and just trying to remain healthy, trying to round out their roster. They made some moves during the trade deadline and just getting ready for a nice, good playoff push. Because whoever thought to say that the East is stacked.
Right.
That hasn't been said in a long
time. Yes. Yes.
All right, so next up, we had some East predictions. You said the Nets will be a number 1 seed. I said the Bulls will be a top 3 seed. Let's break down your Brooklyn Nets, man. And I mean, is it worth breaking down at this point?
Hey man, listen. When it was
Hey,
all said and done, Perry is a Jordan fanatic. We probably got to get his take on that list of on that meme. But come on, man. Like, don't nobody be disrespectful. Like, you didn't look at that roster and know that it was loaded and it was full of stardom, and you had them coming back healthy before the vaccine took place and Kyrie did his thing, and
yep.
then they had all the other drama that took place. That was my look, but no, man, it ain't really nothing to break down. They're the number 9 seed currently. And so it's looking, they got 20 games left, or 20 or so. Let's see, they are currently 65 games in. Yeah, so they got 10, 7, they got 17 games left. And Kyrie can only play like 4 of them. And so this is going to be interesting.
Still not playing.
Simmons still not playing. So you're looking at play-in tournament for sure, probably.
Yep.
And arguably it's not guaranteed that they make it out of the play-in tournament if Durant's got to find Durant from the playoffs last year for that to happen, because he's just now coming back too. So I don't know. We're going to see how this is going to play out. But when it was all at the beginning, I was willing to put them at that number 1 spot. But yeah, it has definitely not gone as planned.
Yeah, most definitely. I think everybody had the Nets at number 1, because at that point you had the firepower of KD, Kyrie, and James Harden. So who wouldn't put the Nets at the number 1 seed at this point, or at least top 3, somewhere up there? Nobody
Perry
could.
said he did not, because he did not believe in Kai Guy.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I don't want to roll the tape back that far, but we'll just take your word for it.
Leonardo said the same thing. Never was on the Nets last year after the trade. I ain't with them this year. Diva issues, Kyrie.
Yeah.
They added another diva.
I mean, they're still projected by Vegas to win the East. So this team, as constructed as before, we still ain't seen it together. No iteration of whatever big 3 they've put together. No. They haven't played no games together. So
which I don't know if they can make it out of the East without that chemistry, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough to see. They already said that what's my man? That Ben Simmons won't play the Philadelphia game, which is whack. It's like,
well, he can't mentally handle it.
My man Seth Greenberg called him fragile the other day, and I was like, he's the most fragile superstar I ever seen in my life. Like, you need to play this game. Like, if you suck, it's motivation. If you win, then it's the monkey off your back. But play the doggone game. Like,
yeah,
I never seen a player scared of a city. Just scared. Like, Kyrie got a whole chant by Boston last night.
Yeah, he did.
You know what I'm saying? Just own it, man. Just own it. You are a professional athlete. But I don't know. The Nets seem like a dangerous play-in tournament team, but you just don't know what you're going to get. And if, I don't even know who's in the play-in in the East, but if they're playing the Hawks.
Listen, right now it would be what, the 7.
If they're the ninth seed, they got to win 2 to get in.
Yeah, so it's 7-8 versus, and then it's 9 and 10, right? And then whoever wins the 7-8 games in, who the loser plays against the 9 and 10 loser or winner.
Well, 9 and 10 winner goes to play the 7-8 winner. 7-8 loser. I'm sorry.
7-8 loser, yeah, because the 7-8 winner is in.
It's 7.
Yeah.
And then,
so right now you're looking at Raptors, Hornets at 7 and 8. You're looking at Brooklyn and Atlanta at 9 and 10.
Yeah. That's Trae Young going Trae Young one night and your season's over.
And that's it. That's
it.
Yep.
That's crazy. And the other one is what? Raptors, Charlotte?
Raptors and Charlotte, yeah.
Yeah. That's LaMelo Ball, go on LaMelo Ball one game and you're done.
You're it. Yep.
So, out of those teams, I don't want to see the Raptors in the playoffs, but
just saying, man. KD's back and they've lost 4 in a row.
So I mean, at one point they lost like 12 in a row or something crazy like that.
Yeah.
We'll see. So I had Bulls to be a top 3 seed. My foresight on that was I just liked how they were constructed. I like the pickup of DeRozan. Because I mean, think of this from we'll get to the Lakers, but I like Levine and DeRozan together. Your hesitation on that one was you thought they kind of play the same position. Like who's going to be the alpha dog in this situation? Like DeRozan going to come in and get shots versus Levine already that's being established as his team. But they made it work. I think they made it work, even with losing Caruso early on in the season, trying to get him back. Vucevic and all those guys. I think they got a rhythm, and I really like how this team is constructed for the regular season, and we'll see how they do for the postseason.
Yeah, so they're currently a half game out of your prediction being correct. So they're 3.5 games out right now. They're the 4 seed right now behind the Bucks. Hit a little bit of a snag here. They've lost 4 in a row. So they've got to right that ship. But for a minute there, they were blazing. They were on fire. DeRozan was doing his thing. All right, Leonardo, appreciate you, brother. So this was a bold prediction for me when you did it. I remember it. I just wasn't ready to get on that bandwagon. And they have definitely performed this season. And then I've been knocking them the last few weeks, still saying like they're regular season champs. Just because I feel like the way they are built is for 82 games. Mm-hmm. I don't know how. We don't have a blueprint for them yet in the playoffs because they've been a middle of the East, lower part of the East team for seasons now. And now they've come into their own with their free agency pickups and things like that. So they very well could finish in the top 3. I mean, like we've said, there's a lot of basketball left to play. I want to see them in the playoffs. Like I think they would have a tough like first round matchup in a 4-5 against Boston.
Yeah,
like I can see them in a tough battle in that 4-5.
Yeah. Definitely want to get up to 3 and try to get a Raptors or a Charlotte.
Yeah, they need to get up to 3 so they can kind of get themselves grounded in the playoffs, win that first series over a team you should beat, and not be in a tough 4-5 battle.
Yeah, I don't want them to be like the Knicks last year.
Yeah,
like have a great run in the regular season and get to the playoffs and just.
That's my concern with them. That's my concern with them is are they built for the playoffs?
And then lastly, we both had Laker takes, which both statements are both accurate. Yours is Lakers won't win the West, and mine is Lakers equal play-in tournament. We both saw the writing on the wall with this.
Oh, my God.
Mine was a little more drastic. Did you think yours was they just won't win the West? Did you think they would be this bad,
though? No. I didn't think they would be this bad. I just didn't have a good feeling about them either. Like the hype of Russell Westbrook going to LA was just ridiculous. And so many people were just, oh my God, Russell Westbrook. It's like, how could you? The dude can't shoot.
It looked
like
nasty from the beginning.
Horrible. It's been bad. Like it was bad on paper. And so for all the ones that were like just hollering, oh, he's gonna learn how to play. Like I still to this day will say there aren't many players that change their game to go play with other players. It just doesn't happen in the NBA. Do star players adjust their own games as they go over time? Yes. LeBron developed a jump shot. Jordan developed the unstoppable turnaround. I mean, players do things, but there are certain players that are who they are. The Melos of the world. Carmelo Anthony is Carmelo Anthony, no matter where he goes. He's going to jack up shots.
Yes.
Russell Westbrook is Russell Westbrook, no matter where he goes.
And they're on the same team.
And they're on the same team. Oh, he's got to play with LeBron, and he'll play with LeBron. He'll adjust. No,
he
will not.
He will not.
LeBron just respects him enough to not look at him and give him a J.R. Smith look every night. Like, what the are you doing, bro?
Listen, the LeBron James body language videos are hilarious.
Oh, I gotta check those out.
They are hilarious. But Stu just brought up a good point too. Anthony Davis is non-existent in this scenario because at this point it was LeBron and AD versus the world. This is the best duo in the league. We've seen it work between these two, and then you just add a bunch of pieces around them, and they can make a team out of it. But Anthony Davis' consistent absence this season, doing to bring hurt all the time. I mean, he knew it. He said it himself when he signed his extension. I get hurt. I'm gonna get this money right now, and I'm not gonna bet on myself for another big contract. So he
God,
took
bro.
the extension. This dude gets hurt all the time, and
One of
that's
the
a crippling
best get
factor.
hurt players ever. Like, we will remember him more for getting hurt than anything else. He
So
will never be the guy on a team because he gets hurt.
my foresight was Anthony Davis is not playing a full season. All these dudes are old,
Check.
and Frank Vogel is not a leader of men to
Check.
will them into wins.
Check.
And to see that now, like it's just been a cluster of horrible decisions. First, bringing in Russell Westbrook when you could have brought in DeMar DeRozan or Buddy Hield or had another mid-range shooter guy, role player guy. Imagine this team with DeMar DeRozan. Imagine this team with Buddy Hield. Imagine how better this team would work. And you still had Rajon Rondo. You got rid of Rondo because Westbrook was eating up all the minutes. Imagine if you paid Caruso the money that he wanted, which wasn't a lot. Imagine giving him the money. He would have took a discount. He said it on the podcast. He said it on All the Smoke. I would have took a discount to stay with the Lakers. What they offered me and what Chicago offered me were two vastly different things. And I just asked for a slight bump, and they wouldn't give it to me. Imagine if they kept some of those guys from the championship team. This team would look a lot better. Imagine if you did make that midseason. Imagine if you did do a trade for John Wall and Christian Wood to get rid of Russell Westbrook. John Wall ain't really a step up. He can't shoot either, but you would think this dude would be a little more submissive than a guy like Russell Westbrook to try to buy into whatever scheme you guys had. And then you would have had a big and Christian Wood that can play the minutes Anthony Davis could. Imagine if you really did make a deal.
Hey, they trying to say I got to come off the bench, Russ.
Hey, B. They said I gotta come off the bench. Yes, sir. This team is a cluster F, and I like watching it.
I do too. I've enjoyed every moment of it. I have enjoyed the demise of the Lakers, and not because I don't love LeBron. I feel bad for him. I do.
It's just
because my man went out the other night. Hey, listen, man, he got to come out and give you 56. Is that what he put up the other night?
To be competitive.
To be competitive, sir. Like he showed us the other night, like, hey, I'm still that guy. I'm gonna come out here. I don't care who in the building, Stafford in the building or not. I'm gonna give you a show.
Listen, LeBron has had a terrific season. He's just on a crappy team. LeBron is second in the league in scoring. He's had a great season. Not often injured. I think he missed 10 or 11 games in total, something to that nature. He's had a great season. The Lakers just suck. And for them to be in a play-in tournament, are they where are they at right now in the rankings?
And LeBron is out tonight with significant knee soreness, by the way. They are right now sitting at the 9 seed.
Another 9 seed. So they got to win twice.
They got to win twice. They are 22 and a half games out. They are 2.5 games up on the Pelicans, who are sitting in at the 10 seed. And they are 3 games out of the 8 seed. They will probably finish in the 9.
They'll probably finish in the 9.
And LeBron's not playing tonight because of significant knee soreness.
Because he played 40 minutes.
Exactly. Significant knee soreness because he had 3 dunks in one game.
Because he's carrying the whole Laker franchise.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
The top of the West is all. Listen, the Phoenix Suns 1-game losing streak, but they're 8 games up, so they're probably going to win.
They got a nice cushion before Chris Paul comes back.
But Golden State and Memphis. Golden State 4 in a row, lost 4 in a row now, tied for second with the Grizzlies, who lost one.
Memphis is gonna take that 2 spot from Golden State because Draymond. I don't know where Draymond is. They're not saying anything.
He's showing up every Tuesday and Wednesday on TNT. So
yeah, like this is crazy. Like Draymond, they need you. I never thought I would say that, but Draymond, they need you.
How's Clay doing since he's been back?
I haven't really heard his name that much since that last Laker game they played where he went crazy.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Like their depth is okay, but it's not top tier. They're going back to Steph ball, where it's just a bunch of Steph trying to get his shot off. But Steph's not that kind of player. Steph needs the offense ran so he can get his shots off.
Oh, so they're struggling. Okay, so this is whoa.
And their defensive efficiency has been in the tank ever since Draymond has been out.
So listen to this. This is their injury report. Tonight they play against Minnesota. Okay. Steph Curry status out.
Yeah, he said
Clay,
he was sitting on.
Yeah, Clay out, Wiggins out, Peyton out, Iguodala out, Draymond aiming to return within 7 to 10 days.
Yeah,
according to Wojo.
Steph, Clay, and Wiggs is just rest.
Wow,
they're not hurt; it's just rest.
Okay.
But yeah, they got to figure them out.
Don't watch any NBA basketball.
But they're going to be third because Memphis is going. Like I said, they had a bad loss, and if those bad losses can't keep piling up if you're trying to get a 2 seed. But the way that Golden State is spiraling right now, they're definitely going to solidify that 2 seed.
Sir, the Ja Morant and the Memphis Grizzlies are must-see TV.
Yeah, they are.
So
and imagine Lakers Grizzlies round 1.
Yeah. Yeah. Like if y'all ain't heard, he's on tomorrow night on TNT at 7:30 against the Pelicans if you want to check him out.
Lakers Grizzlies round 1 would be great television.
Yeah.
So
if the Lakers can get out of the play-in tournament.
If they can get out of the play-in tournament. We'll see. So yeah, that was a little recap just to see what we was talking about. We was on point for some of this stuff. I think we were on point for everything.
No, we were on point for everything.
Giannis, the field. Everybody thought the Nets would be the number 1 seed versus the people who hate Kyrie. The Bulls, the Lakers. I say we deserve a pat on the back. We good. All right, next up, player eliminator. Sir. I'm getting to. Oh no, not player eliminator. My bad. I forgot about this question here. Now that these guys have played 4 games, or actually more games than that, but maybe this graphic is 1 game older. How do you feel about Philadelphia in the East?
Danger, 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 danger.
MVP candidate in Embiid, a motivated James Harden, and Maxey actually playing well off the ball.
He's playing well, and that's what if you get a third guy like that understands his role. To me, they're better than the Heat. The Heat are 3 games up right now. Maybe the Heat have enough cushion to last for the remainder of the season and end up the 1 seed. But if I'm Heat and Sixers right now, I'm taking the Sixers, and that's just impulse. Reactive.
Who did Miami just beat? Miami just beat somebody. They beat the Bulls, I
think. Let's see.
Miami's defense is ridiculous.
No, they just beat the Sixers. 99-82.
Yeah. Miami is real.
Oladipo's back.
That means absolutely nothing.
Oladipo's back tonight. You said Miami's real?
Miami beat the Sixers. They beat the Nets. They lost to the Bucks by 1.
Yeah.
And that was a crazy game too. Like they're
currently losing to the Rockets by 7.
They beat the Bulls before that. They beat the Hornets. They beat the Knicks. Like the Heat are real. I think the Heat are real. I think their scheme, great coach. They play hard defense and they get a bucket when they need a bucket. Tyler Hero off the bench is just. It's pretty much just come off the bench and just shoot as much as you want to. And he gets 30 a game off of that. I don't know. It's definitely them in the Heat though.
Yeah. The Sixers are scary. Sixers are scary. The more they get, like the more they're getting what the Nets need. They're getting 15 to 20 games to fine tune this thing.
Mm-hmm.
And when you go when you got to go a series against a team, listen, like there's stock to put in sometimes. Let's see, Philly's up right now, 57-53 over Chicago. There is stock to put in sometimes to these one games. Oh man, the Heat beat them the other day. Da 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 da. Okay, they did. When you're playing in a series and you got to win 4 times against that team, it's different.
I don't think Harden played that game. Let me double check. I don't think he played against the Heat.
Well, that would explain some things too.
Yeah. Check the box score.
Yeah, so like that's my thing. It's like it changes things when you got to play head up and you got to win 4. You got to beat me 4 times, and now it's not you came into town last night, slept in your hotel room, and then today we're playing. It's hey, we're at home court advantage is real in the playoffs. I'm sleeping in my comfortable bed at the crib while you're at the hotel, vice versa. Every practice is geared towards, taking you out and not worried of not just game planning you as we get off the plane because we're playing a back-to-back. I mean, there's all those elements, right? All that stuff goes out the window. And I'm sorry, I like Philly in a 7-game series right now against the Heat. You're right. The Heat do defend really well. But the fine-tuning that this team's going to get over the next 20 plus a couple of rounds of playoffs, like to me right now, it feels like Philly and Miami in the Eastern Conference Finals. That's what it feels like.
Yeah, if you're Philly, I think that I believe the easier path is at a 2 seed. You want Miami to be the 1 seed.
Yep.
And they got to play Milwaukee.
They got to play Milwaukee.
Round.
Yep.
And those 2 teams have been going at it in the playoffs the last couple of years now. So that's a rivalry within itself. So they're going to get beat up on whoever comes out of that series. But you would think Miami, Milwaukee, Miami got them out during the bubble year. Then Milwaukee came back and got them out and won the championship. So Miami might come back and bounce them, trying to, not let them repeat. So for Philadelphia, I think the easier route is the 2nd seed. And try to get a, banged up or tired Miami Heat team.
Yep.
That pick and roll, though, that pick and roll is nasty. That pick and pop is nasty. It's just, and then you still got Thibault on the team. You got one of your best defenders on the team. So you can match him up against Durant. You can match him up against Giannis sometimes, or Chris Middleton, rather.
Buckets.
They got a nice squad. And they got the leader of men, Doc Rivers, on their team as well. So it'll be fun to see how Philly gets these last 20 or so games out. I didn't think you were going to put that up. I didn't think.
What is going on with Stu tonight?
I didn't think you were even going to give that daylight. So, I didn't think you were going to do that.
Just call him up after the show and see if let's check on him.
Oh, that was funny.
What we got here? James said, what up, though, fellas? He Nation. Y'all was bad talking Miami at the beginning of the season. We see Philly in the ECF. Joe, you tripping. Heat is 6. Victor will put. I did not talk bad about the Heat. I talked bad about Atlanta. I said Atlanta would kill Atlanta. Yeah. Listen, James, we'll remember this. Let's mark it. March 7th, 8:13 p.m. You said it. You said it, sir.
Heat and 6.
We'll come back to it if we have to. Don't worry. We got you. Good.
Yeah. I mean, the addition of Vic, who knows? We ain't seen this dude play basketball in years.
Yeah,
like, who knows
he was sick in Indiana. He was out cold, and then he got hurt.
That felt like a decade.
It feels like a long time ago.
Who knows what this dude has in the tank now? So I don't know. But we shall see. All right, last up. Sir, I'm gaining on you.
No, you had taken the lead. Remember?
I know. You got me by 1 point right now.
No, but last time you had taken the lead. I thought you were up on me by 1 point.
Oh no, you were still ahead.
Oh, okay.
You were still ahead. You was up like 135 to 132 or something like that.
Yeah, it was a couple points. It was close
a couple
already.
points, yeah. But
Joel came through for it. Joel came through for me.
DeRozan's 37. It helped me. I was hoping to give you like a 20.
I know.
25.
You hit me up quick like, oh, DeRozan 37. You were excited. I said, Embiid 34. Thank you. Still in it. I gotta go to. I'm going to one of the bigs now. I'm pulling out one of my big boys now.
One of the ones out the hat right now. You going Ja with the Knicks? I had to match it. I had to go Trae Young. I can't get no little fish nugget on this one. I had to pick out a hitter on this one.
Come on, Milwaukee, defend that guy.
Listen, I looked up Trae Young versus Milwaukee 30. 42. I was like, let's go. Give him another one, Trae Young. Give him another one. But Ja, is it in the Garden? Or is it at home?
I think it's at home.
Okay.
Because I almost picked – he has a couple of favorable games because he also plays the Thunder. So I started to pick the Thunder game, but that's at Oklahoma City. So I was like, nah, let me go with this home game they got coming up. So I believe that is at home on Friday.
Okay. As long as they ain't in the Garden. Crazy stuff happened in the Garden.
That's true. That is true.
But yeah, we going to it's about all the PGs right now. He's burning Ja. I'm burning Trae Young. And let's see what kind of point total we get out of this. We only got so many weeks left? 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks left for this player eliminator. It's time to be strategic.
It's time to be strategic, but it's time to unload.
Listen, I was
start going hard.
I was gonna pick LeBron one of these days. I was like, this brother just put up 56. He ain't got it.
He in the 20s for at least another week, bro.
He ain't got it in him again. He ain't got it in him again, bro.
Yeah, so, Grizzlies at home against the Knicks on Friday, NBA TV.
Player eliminator. You pick a player. That player's point total goes to your overall total. If you guys want to put up a player that can just go against us for the week, see if you get a dub against us, let us know. But Joel took Ja against the Knicks Friday, and I took Trae. Let's go. Ice trade a game. Let's do it. Ice trade a game. Let's go. Give me a 40-piece nugget. Ja, just, 23, 26. Let's go. I'm trying to win something out here. Something, anything.
You said it. I didn't. I've been on fire when it comes to winning stuff.
I'm trying to win something. You understand me?
I'm not used to that. Normally we have back and forth, but I've been winning a lot.
I'm trying to win something. All right. Anything else on
that is it, man. We are back on track, man. It is the conference tournament week and all the big in the Power Fives. So that'll be interesting to see how these tournaments make out. March Madness is coming. So your yearly bracket entries, get yourselves ready, get yourselves prepared to get into your brackets. Kobe's got a great one out going on. So that's always a good one. So join your local brackets. I think I might try to do one at work. They usually do one at work as well, but I think I might try to do a sub one. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, looking forward to March Madness coming up. Should be starting next week, next Tuesday and Wednesday. Actually, should be those playing games, and then I think the tournament will get going in next Thursday.
So the only other two things was Coach K's last game, last home game.
Okay, North Carolina won.
Legendary coach on his last home game, and then
what is Stu? What are you doing, bro?
No,
I'm not.
No. And then today, Ridley got banned a year for betting.
Oh yeah, for betting. He said he only bet $1,500.
He bet on his own team too.
What an idiot!
God, what an idiot! So it is what it is. Pop's got a shout out.
Shout out to Mike Bothwell Furman basketball on ESPN.
Furman basketball.
Oh, Furman basketball. I have to turn that on and check that out.
All right. Yeah.
1,500 to lose 10 million. Dennis. 1,500 to lose 10 million, bro. Why would you bet on your own team?
Let's raise our young man with common sense. How about that?
Right. So my dad's watching the SoCon Championship. Furman versus Chattanooga. Furman's up 30-29. Dad, why are you watching this?
Is that like your cousin or something? Mike Bothwell?
No, I don't know. I have to find out. Like maybe my dad went to high school with him or something. Reports Jared Allen is out indefinitely due to
he broke his finger.
Jeez. My Cavaliers are limping. Come on, you can make it. Just make the playoffs. That's all I'm saying. I just want them to make the playoffs.
That's it? That's your expectations? We'll get there. We'll get there for your expectations for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Yeah, that sounds like some Piston stuff. Just make the playoffs.
I didn't say we're not the 8th seed though. We're gonna be the 6th.
Just make it.
Making all that noise about him. I want him to get in.
He says he's a guy from church. So.
Oh, all right, cool.
He loves the Lord.
Oh, he plays for the team. He must play for them. Okay. Yes, sir. Oh, he just scored too. All right, then. Shout out. Michigan and Michigan State in the play-in game. I don't think so. I think State's in. That's another question that's been looming out there, right? Like, will they make the tourney? I think State is in already. That was an offensive foul, I feel like, but I think State is in. Just by the season that they've had. I think Michigan actually got in with the win over Ohio State, but it'll help them if they beat Indiana. If they beat Indiana, I feel like that'll solidify. So I think all Michigan has to do really is win against Indiana, and then they would probably end up losing to Illinois anyway, and they'll get in anyway. So I think both of them are going to be in at large. That's my prediction. We'll see how that plays out.
Gotcha. All right, I'm good here.
All right, man. Well, we'll be back again next week. Y'all know how to find us: Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Always make sure you hit the like button, make sure you hit the share button, and make sure you trigger that. I think I've just started taking. I took your job this week.
That's cool. I'm good with that.
And then, as always, you can follow us on our own social media. You can see my Instagram tag, see Dre's Instagram tag. And you can also follow me on Facebook at Joel Williams. One day, Dre will turn his Facebook back on. Maybe not. We'll see. But we appreciate you guys. For myself, Joel Williams, and our co-host, my guy, our number one. We lead the way together. Andre D. Anything for you, sir?
No.
All right, we out. Peace.